Hey everybody, today's kind of a special day. I don't have a new mod for you, but I'm actually upgrading another mod, my first mod actually that I ever created, and it's actually my primary computer. I call it the desk for obvious reasons. I actually originally created it when I was first moving in to an unfurnished apartment for the first time when I was at college. I wanted a new computer that was kind of cool and also save space in my rather small room. So I decided to build the computer into the surface of the desk. And actually it originally started out an old Dell that I had taken apart. It was a P4 at the time, which obviously is very old, but since then it's been upgraded. I've gotten new monitors, as well as it went from the P4 to my first completely custom-built computer system, which was based around a Pentium D, and then it got upgraded again to an Intel Core 2 Quad Q660, which is what is currently running in it now. And despite the fact that I've built numerous computers, this is definitely my favorite and, to me, the most useful. I've entered it in quite a few contests and it's won quite a few prizes, and it's what probably got me into the whole case modding scene to begin with. But now it's just my primary work computer, and actually let me show it to you right now. As you can see, here it is. It's grown quite a bit. You can see I got a 24-inch monitor here, as well as a 17-inch monitor. And then this large Westinghouse 32-inch monitor I won from Newegg's first video contest. And then I got another monitor up here, a 22-inch, which was an extra monitor from when I was building the Cinematograph HD. And as you can see, it's no longer really a show computer. It's got some pretty massive scratches going on here, a little bit of rust. It's had numerous spills and drinks, and when I was living in my studio apartment, I pretty much did everything here, from eat lunch to obviously use it for a computer. Massive amounts of dust. Didn't really do much in terms of cable management, and I'm probably not going to change that, because it is just going to be a computer that I use, and just convenience and being a powerful computer. Right now, it has a, like I said, an Intel Core 2 Quad Q660. There's a Radeon 2900 XTX, as well as an extra graphics card in there. I don't remember what graphics card that is. I think I bought it for like $20 to get the extra monitors running. And a Raptor X was my OS drive, 150 gigabytes, as well as there are you can't really see it because of the glare going on, but two Seagate 1.5 terabytes in RAID 0 for editing, as well as a few other drives in there for just general storage and other work. And I mean, it's still a pretty good computer, but for this HD video work that I'm doing, when I'm doing any sort of work, the 8 gigabytes of memory is 95% full all the time, as well as just rendering and previewing is really, really slow. So a couple months ago I was in the Intel Core 2 Challenge contest with the OS Xbox Pro, and I ended up being selected from the jury as both the best in the United States entry and also best video entry. I actually also was selected as the People's Choice winner, but I had to choose between either the People's Choice winner, which was a netbook, and a flip camcorder, which, you know, or an Intel i7 975 Extreme Edition, which is like a $1,000 processor, as well as an Extreme Edition motherboard. So obviously I chose the much more expensive of the two. Unfortunately, I don't really have any money to build a system around that processor, so what I decided to do was sell it and buy the much cheaper i7 920, which was about a third of the cost, and so I had about $600 or $700 left over for extra parts. So let me just go ahead and show you the components I chose. Here I also decided to upgrade my motherboard from the Intel board I got, primarily because the Intel board I got had only 4 slots for memory, and actually you're supposed to really only use 3 of those slots, which without going to expensive 4 gigabyte sticks would have been very expensive. and considering that I actually need a lot of RAM for video editing, I decided to upgrade boards. So I got this Gigabyte X55A UD3R, which looks like a very good motherboard. It's got 6 slots for memory, plenty of PCI Express ports, which I need, as well as this particular board comes with USB 3.0 and SATA 3.0. For processor, again, we have the i7-920, which is pretty much the best value you can get right now for a powerful processor. To cool it, I got this Thor's Hammer heatsink, which was a pretty well-reviewed heatsink that I found at a good price. And RAM-wise, I picked up 2 6GB kits of OCZ DDR3 memory, which is a pretty good upgrade over what I already have. I got a couple high-performance fans to replace some fans that I have that'll be run through a controller. Those are particularly loud ones, the Vantech Tornado 80mm fans. I got an extra 1.5 terabyte Seagate drive to mix in with the other 2 that I have, possibly to do just a bigger RAID 0, or maybe I'll try out a RAID 5. For graphics cards, since I'm not really gaming or anything, I just got 2 GeForce 9800 GTs, which were pretty cheap, only about $100 each, to run the 4 monitors, and should be better than what I already have. And again, just a cheap upgrade. For video editing, graphics cards don't really matter too much. Here I have a cheap little RAID card here, Rocket RAID 2300. I'm going to try it out with the Seagate drives for my editing array. I know it's a very cheap RAID card. I actually just have it left over from the OS X Box Pro. It was supposed to be Mac compatible, but it's not. So now I'm going to try it with this. And I grabbed a couple of OCZ Agility Series 60GB drives. Was only going to get one, but I'm going to try a RAID 0 with them because they were on sale at Newegg for like $140 last week. So decided to get 2 of them to give me a good size OS drive that should be very, very fast now. And, of course, just a couple of extra 120mm fans to throw in there somewhere, probably with the cooler, the Thor's Hammer cooler, and maybe another one on the case. So this is backing up the rest of my files, and then I'm going to just pretty much tear it apart and start replacing the parts. So here we go.